Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy. We're going to continue on in the kitchen, and we just have a 1-star galaxy to take on this time, and it is Bubble Breeze Galaxy, our next 1-star galaxy. And this time, we are going to be traveling through the Poison Swamp. And as you can see, it looks like the Star Shroom has broken down, so we'll go ahead and check this out and see what is going on down here. And yes, just a fair warning, hence the name of the Poison Swamp mission, we have poison water. So if you jump into that water, it'll be an instant death. So I recommend to not do that. So let's see what these toads have to say. Our glorious starship, the Star Shroom, it crashed. What a sad day. This thing has gotten these guys from point A to point B. It's gotten them all the way up here to find us. And it's unfortunate that it has finally crashed. Broken down. But as you can see, that little ring of stones, if you spin in it, you get some starbits. Woo, the wind sure is strong here, eh? Don't you think it'd be awesome if you could ride that wind? That would be awesome. And I think we actually are going to find something that's going to allow us to do that. This is the poisonous swamp. You fall in there, you're done for. So yes, just like I said, you will die instantly if you jump into the poison water or fall in by any means. We want to try not to do that as much as we can, and we'll see how it goes. And we have this guy who's shaking his scared, crapless. Ow, I think I broke my bubble bone. I did not know that existed, but we have another stone circle, some more star bits, and a sign. Let's see what this says. Hey, before you ride any bubbles, let yours truly feel bored. Bend your ear for a sec. You can move around your bubble by holding down A, and then use the Wii remote as the cursor to blow the bubble. So as you can see, if we jump in, we have the new bubble function. So basically the Wii remote cursor is going to allow you to blow the bubble in whatever direction you want, and you just want to make sure you don't crash into any of those spiky balls. If you hit the stones or the walls or the fans, I think you're okay, but if you touch those spiky balls at all, you will fall in, your bubble will burst, and you'll fall into the poison water, and it'll be an instant death. So we do not want to do that. So now we are going to collect star chips. As you can see, we have 3 of them already, so we just need 2 more to go. We're going to see if we can avoid these spiky balls. Go ahead and travel through these wind currents here. Or these air currents, I should say. And try to avoid death as much as possible. And it looks like we have failed miserably. Alright, so I'm going to try this again, but this time I'm going to go a little bit more steady. Grab our 5th and final star chip. That'll form our launch star. And we're going to just take it very slow. So for this mission, I think the best strategy is basically doing the opposite of what I did at first. You just want to take it slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race on this one. I just have a habit of going a little bit too fast. We have a bunch more star bits up there. We want to make sure we collect those for later because we're going to need those. And what does this have to say? Hey, I forgot to tell you something. So if you get in a bubble and you want to get back to the surface, just press Z. So yeah, so basically, once you are done with the bubble and you return to land, you just hit the Z button. Mario will do, of course, the ground pound move, and he will, that will allow you to bust through the bubble when you're done with it. Of course, I don't recommend doing it over the poisonous water because you will die. But if you go over here and get this coin with a question mark on it, this will reveal another circle of star bits. You definitely want to take the advantage of those. Again, the more star bits, the better, because we're going to need those towards the end. All right, and we have another coin, the question mark. Let's see if we can get to that, and that'll probably give us some more star bits, I believe. And coins, I'll take them. We want to avoid these spinning wooden gates. I don't think those will pop your bubble, but they can make it harder to get around the spike ball. So I just recommend just kind of moving in the same direction they are. And then you shouldn't have much of an issue at all. But now that we've gotten to land, we'll go and ground pound. Hit this switch, that'll open the wooden gate. Jump into our next bubble, and we proceed on. We have more wind currents. We're going to go ahead and take those. Get through this little gate here. And we're getting close to the end. We want to avoid all these spiky balls. Darn it. Alright, so we're going to try that again. This time, we're going to maneuver away from the spiky balls. I was trying to get to that one up, but it wasn't really worth it, as you could see. We're actually getting towards the end here. So yes, once again, slow and steady wins the race on this one. So as long as you are very vigilant, you can make it through this. Just unfortunately the spike balls move a little bit too slow for my patience level, so it's a little bit frustrating, but we got to the end and there's our first power star of the video and the power star of this galaxy. Alright, so now that we know about the enemy base here, it is time to travel over there. Let's see what we have this time. Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada. Let's go. And it is time to sink the airships. And as you can see, Bowser Jr. is going to make another return in this galaxy and the airships as well. It looks like Bowser has left his son in charge of the airship crusade. So that's interesting. But now we have the another enemy called Octoombas, the blue ones are, and the Octoguys are the pink ones. So these are basically the Goomba variation, or the octopus variation of the Goomba enemies. And one thing I have to say is kind of like some of the other enemies we've seen that have been, wow, that hurt. You know, regular Mario enemies, just in a different style. These are basically Goombas, just with a different costume. I gotta say, I do like that idea. Not only do they introduce a lot of new enemies, which is great, but having just the different variations and being able to recycle different forms of the regular Mario enemies or the classic Mario enemies, I think is brilliant. Kind of like the Bomboos with like the boos. Like that's just kind of just a very creative idea, and they have a lot of use to them too. So I like that they're able to kind of utilize them for different bosses, different missions, things of that nature. But now it is time to avoid these bullet bills, and we'll jump to our next flagpole and be able to land right on it. And as you can see, there was a Luma selling a 1-up and a extra life shroom down there. We're not going to worry about that because we're really not going to need it. But if we go over here on this little lever, talk to this guy. Mario, you finally made it. I was starting to worry. Of course, because we're the hero and we kind of do everything here. We want to go ahead and spin on that, open that lever up, and that'll reveal more star bits. And then we should have more in this, like so. And as you can see, there's a Mandibug. So a lot of different enemies have made a return in this galaxy. It's kind of nice to see all the different variations of enemies this time. If we can take this guy out. Perfect. And we will move right along. And we'll hit this lever, and that'll allow the platform to start moving. And as you can see, we have some more cannonballs aimed right towards our heads. We have some more Spanglers to worry about, which is awesome because these are all the things that made me die previously in other galaxies. So why not throw them all at me at once? I love it. But now we have finally made it to the final destination. Avoid that Magic Koopa, get it out of our way, take the Sling Star up, and let's see what we have here. And it is Bowser Jr., the little brat himself. You just don't give up. Fine then, I guess I'll just whoop you myself. You want this Grand Star so bad, you're gonna have to take it from me. Alright. Yes, we have the return of Bowser Jr. This time we are fighting him directly. So basically what you want to do is utilize the exact same method you use with Camilla on the other airship in the other galaxy. You want to take advantage of the Koopa Troopas. You want to, of course, use their shells as weapons and throw them at Bowser Jr.'s airship. This time you have a little bit of a different challenge. He's going to not only shoot cannonballs out of his cannons, he's going to shoot bullet bills as well, which are going to homie or lock onto you. Of course, you have Magic Koopas to worry about again in this boss fight, as well as the bullet bills and the cannonballs. So there's a lot more things being thrown at you, but once you hit Bowser Jr. enough times, he will go into his next phase where he will throw cannonballs with flames. And of course, we have that Magic Koopa to deal with, so we actually want to take that thing out like the other boss fight because it can get annoying. So I highly recommend just taking that thing out. It'll make your life a whole lot easier in this fight. But now I believe we just want to hit Bowser Jr. 2 more times and he will be done. And it's really all about the angle. As you see, I kind of messed it up there. This one can be a little bit trickier than Camilla. But as you can see, we took him out. And we have sunk his airship, revealing our next Grand Star. We'll go ahead and check and see if we missed anything up on the airship. Grab our coins, replenish our health, and there's a Goomba that popped out of that one. Take care of that guy. And we'll check this side. I don't think there's anything in here. And looks like there was a 1-up encased here, but we didn't really need it. So let's go ahead and take our prize. I'm going to try to make our dramatic little jump to it. Try to do our traditional triple jump. Grand Star number 4 is ours. Alright, time to return it back to its rightful place, the Comet Observatory, of course, like always. And that'll feed the beacon, which will cause it to change yet again another color, and that is Grand Star number 4. And it looks like we have unlocked the next dome. Galaxy complete. And we have yet again unlocked more galaxies in the bedroom. Thanks to you and your friends, all of the domes on the lower level are working again. Very nice. Once the engine room on the upper level has power, the whole observatory will be working. Then the Comet Observatory will fly as a starship once again, and you will be able to fly to your special one in the center of the universe. Very nice. We are getting that much closer to saving our special one. We have now 4 grand stars. Return to the Comet Observatory. And yeah, so it looks like the lower level of the Comet Observatory is now fully open and lit up. Haven't really showed that off a lot. Just want to kind of show that again. And as you can see, we have a nice little view of the lower level. It's all lit up. All the domes are now open. So now that we have the bedroom unlocked, we will be able to complete more galaxies there to unlock the upper area. The lights are back on. This couch is the comfiest. Yes, I like how I never really pointed this out, but they have these little couches here in the middle. I just kind of like how they're just kind of living the good life here, up here in space, you know. Nice little life up here. But now that we have unlocked the bedroom, I think we're going to go ahead and end this episode off here. Next time, we're going to take on the first galaxy in the bedroom, now that we have lit up the entire lower level. So until then, I will see you guys later.